Arm.
Because Germany's so cool. Germany is cool. I like Germany. UK's cool too.
Voltaren hilft ihnen
Melissa
weiter.
the, Frankfurt office too.
Yeah.
She was in Austin with me back when I was in QA.
Yeah, but she came to Germany because
30.000 Zuschauer.
I will admit,
Läuft.
this is my first time here.
Yeah, that's true.
It has been great. I appreciate how welcoming you've all been.
Absolutely.
All right, we've seen a request. Somebody's requesting the Cutlass commercial, so we're going to go ahead and play the Cutlass commercial.
Do it up.
Let you see the Cutlass commercial, and then we'll be right back.
Ah, mein Schatzi kommt. Ah, das ist Aurora.
That's the Aurora commercial. But enjoy the Aurora commercial all the same.
All the same. All the same, sagt er. Let's do the Aurora commercial. All the same. Die Standardlackierung von der LN gefällt mir jetzt richtig gut. Warum habe ich die scheiß Skin geholt? Ja, wobei... Ich möchte mal sehen, wie das funktioniert, wenn du dir den Cargo-Behälter da drunter schraubst.
And we're back. I'm sorry, that was the Aurora commercial. The Aurora commercial was very cool. Honestly, if I had to be completely honest, I think the Aurora commercial is cooler than the Cutlass commercial because it shows all the variants and the various features.
I like them all. I totally disagree.
I'm not saying you can't like
I
them all.
totally
I'm just saying
disagree.
like the kids. Oh, we've got the symbol. We've
Whoa,
got show
flashing
sign,
All right,
guys.
start this goodbyes. Ready? Here we go.
Goodbye,
Start
everybody.
it.
Goodbye,
Good night.
everybody.
You say bye. Go
I
ahead.
want to say slow goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thanks for watching the pre-show. Great to be here.
Seriously.
Hope you enjoy it. It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Ciao.
Beim Chambers hast du immer das Gefühl, der ist ganz nah an der Community, aber der Rest von Teams irgendwie geht ihm am Arsch vorbei. Irgendwie. Ja. Twitch, kannst du dich jetzt mal entscheiden? Jetzt geht er wieder. Ging er gerade auf 480p, jetzt geht er auf 720p. Ich lade doch hier nix. Ja, ich habe jetzt auch Black. Hat irgendwas von Apokalyptika.
What does it take to build a symphony?
Oder Two Shallows oder so. Ja.
It takes a blueprint.
Ach, das ist die neue Origin Jumpworks, die 600er Serie.
Tempo.
Oder?
And the arrangement of musical notes that will create harmonies. Melodies. It takes an orchestra. Master technicians of their craft, working in perfect unity to transform notes into sound and those sounds into an experience.
Was ist das, Nox oder was soll das sein?
But most of all, it takes emotion. A feeling so powerful that it transcends words. It must be conveyed in another form. Introducing the new 600i from Origin. A symphony in motion. See your authorized Origin dealer for details.
Ja, ich bin noch da. Bei mir wechselte andauernd die Qualität, aber naja. Ja, das Ding ist auch geil. Nee. Ich habe nur den kleinen Buggy für einen Hangar.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Sandy Gardner.
So, jetzt holst du wieder eine Runde.
Guten Abend zusammen. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr heute Abend dabei seid. Now I'm going to continue in English because I feel like all you Germans speak English better than I speak German. So, good evening, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here personally tonight, and also to all of you online.
Oh Mann, was hakt denn der Stream bei mir? Das ist ja hier.
Across to our Austin, Texas office, and also to the Hall of Texas, as there is supposed to be a Category 3 rolling in there. So our thoughts are with you. Moving on, as you may or may not know, Germany is our second largest audience outside of the US, and it continues to be. So thank you very much for having us here again. We love being in Cologne. Since last Gamescom, we've had around 240 working days, and we have smashed 11,279 bugs. And we now have over 400 plus staff worldwide. So, on behalf of all of our staff, I'd like to say how grateful that we are for your continued support, as none of this would be possible without all of you. And you definitely are a great motivator in more ways than one, sometimes slightly negative, but mostly positive. Mostly positive, yes. And so if you haven't stopped by our show floor, we are in Hall 9, booth A51. And thank you to all the volunteers who are helping us out there, and also to the streamers. If you can't get to the show floor, you can see it on the stream. Thank you very much to Twitch. I'm assuming we're also on the front page tonight of Twitch. So, without further ado, I am going to introduce the man who you've all been waiting for, Chris Roberts.
Good to see you guys today. we having fun? Yeah. So normally I would have a PowerPoint, which we can have a bit of one here, and we would go over all the points, but we thought that perhaps we should just get straight in to a demo and show you a combination of things. So first off, this is what we're going to show you is our 3.0 build, and we're going to show you some parts of 3.0 now that it's all pulled together as opposed to what we showed a year ago. And we're also going to show a couple of additional things that will be coming down the road that are built into this that we're pretty excited by. Hopefully you guys will like it. And so without further ado, I'm going to move to the appropriate screen. We good to go, Glenn, on our side? Okay, and then the only thing I'll warn you is this is probably the most high level of coordination difficulty demo we've ever done live before. So, and we still have a lot of bugs in 3.0, so I'm not making any promises. All right, thank you. So as I mentioned, we're showing you a snapshot of 3.0 that you guys will be getting your hands on in the very near future as soon as we get rid of the remaining bugs. In 3.0, we now have, can I bring the music down a bit on this at the moment? So in 3.0, we now have 3 different moons. So we've got Delmar, Daymar, Selen, and Yella. And in addition to that, we have the asteroid of Delamar, which has the Levski landing zone on, and it's the first full implemented landing zone that we're having in the PU. And it's much more built out than it was previously. And with 3.0, we have proper persistence, which means that your character state is retained, your ship state is retained, your items state is retained. So if your ship's shot up and you leave the game and come back, it will still be shot up. Also, your location is important, so if you leave a ship on a moon, it will still be there when you come back, or maybe not if someone else has stolen it, but it certainly won't just respawn back in your hangar. So, and the sort of 3 major save points currently in the 3.0 build are Port Olisar, Levski, and Grim Hex. So we're going to start here in Levski. Glenn here is in his easy hap. Let's get out of bed, Glenn. Well, you wouldn't expect Glenn to sleep in his spacesuit, would you? That is so 2.6. So, as you've noticed, Glenn is in his skivvies or sleeping outfit. But in 3.0, and this is quite different than what we showed last year. We have a completely modular clothing system, so you can dress however you want. Previously it was like you either had your civilian outfit or your armor outfit. That's no longer the case in 3.0. You can do any combination you want. So you can put whatever, different jacket, trousers, t-shirt, long coat, armor. You can mix and match different armor pieces, different helmets, and everything. So let's pull up our Moby Glass, Glenn. So the other thing you'll notice here, and in the Moby Glass, well, one of the apps will just to notice here in Moby Glass, that's another big difference between what we showed last year and what we've put into the new 3.0, which is we've completely refactored the Moby Glass, which is your sort of, well, it's basically a smartphone in the future. And here's sort of the home screen, which I think we've shown on a few ATVs, but just to go through it, obviously that's how much money we've got, 125,000 UEC. You can see in the middle what our heart rate is. And we have this thing called the stamina system that we're introducing with 3.0, which tracks your stamina. So our heart rate indicates how exhausted we can become. And so if we're running around a lot, that'll go up. Our stamina will go down. If we're injured, it potentially will go up too. And obviously, exerting yourself, running around, affects that, whether you're injured affects that, also what you're wearing affects that, what you're carrying affects that. So it's quite important in terms of, I think, immersive gameplay. And then to the right, we can see the external atmosphere reading. At the moment, it's 1 atmosphere, and we have a breathable atmosphere. So the other thing that we've added to 3.0 is we track the atmosphere you're in. So in the case of Levski, there's a breathable atmosphere inside Levski, but it's on an asteroid, so if you go outside, there is no breathable atmosphere. We also can track the composition of the atmosphere, which you can see there. So there could be an atmosphere, but poisonous to you, say, a human. So either you need to be in a breathable atmosphere, or you need to be wearing a suit, spacesuit, environment suit, whatever, that has an oxygen supply, or you will die. So that's not very good. Then, you know, on the rest of the homepage, if you got your currently selected vehicle, you would have the status of that, your track mission, and then if you had your suit, that would be the status of the suit, how much oxygen you've got, how much, you know, what the suit's got, how much your tank's got. So here on the bottom are where all our apps are. So the first app on the top left is the contract manager. Now the contract manager is where you'll get the various jobs or missions, however you want to think of it, in the game. Big thing for 3.0 is we've completely moved away from the old missions that we've had and moved into Subsumption, which runs both our missions and our AI. So that's AI. So that's a massive undertaking. I think we had about 16 missions in 2.6. In 3.0, we have, I think, about 26 different archetypes of missions, and beyond that, they can be combined into combinations. And there's a large amount of procedural missions, so literally there can be millions of missions that you do in 3.0. It won't stop. So it's not like you have 16 finite missions you do and you're done. There's, you know, missions to escort, missions to deliver something to a location, missions to go.
Hast du diesem Winter schon was vor?
Missions to investigate a missing person, you know, like whether someone's dead on a wreck or not, identify them, take someone out, clean up pirates, and there's these templates that can be put together in different combinations, and on top of that we can also have some missions that will be created where there can be a mission for one player and then another player is given a mission in opposition to that. So there's a lot of potential for ongoing gameplay in 3.0 that wasn't in 2.6, which is important because now we have persistence, and so you need to earn money to keep your ship repaired or to keep it rearmed. I mean, no longer free missiles or no longer free fuel and all the rest of the stuff. Well, you know, that's a game. You got to earn your money to keep your ship going. There'll be much more of a game mechanic. So here's where we would have the variants. So like, for instance, this is just a simple one, a collection from Yella. Customer requires medical supplies, crate to be collected from an outpost on Yella and delivered to Port Olisar. So between this and between trading, where you can buy commodities in one location, take it to another and sell it, there's a whole sort of beginning of a dynamic economy that we can run. So besides the various jobs that we can select here, there can also be offers that we're getting from individuals. And by the way, in 3.0, it'll just be from the game and NPCs, but going forward, players will be able to also put missions up here and give off, you know, basically make offers to other players. So let's see if we got any offers. So here we have, there's a job opportunity, and Eckhart Security, if everyone remembers Miles Eckhart from last year.
Habe ich ihn richtig verstanden? Du kannst als Spieler auch Missionsgeber sein?
And he says another job's popped up, thought you'd be a good fit, so
Yeah.
we should go and talk to him about it. So we will accept that. And then if we have a mission that we've fully accepted, because we just accepted the offer to talk about it, we would have an accepted, and then also the history of missions we've done in the past. Then the other sort of tabs we have is one for our sort of repair, restock, refuel.
Töte Kodiak, gibt 10.000.
Cryastro station, or you can also do
Ja.
that in locations like Levski or Port Olisar. Over
20.
here, the next tab will be the vehicle works. It's currently
Töte
called
Blume,
Layout.
1 Million!
You'll be able to modify and change out equipment on your ship very much like you can in the Arena Commander app at the moment. We also have a journal, although we haven't really done anything at the moment. Glenn is just beginning. And then we have comms, which we'll show you in a little bit, and Star Map, which we'll show in a bit. And we'll go to the Player Manager app right here, which is how we sort of organize our dressing. So we're in the skivvies. This is why we went to the Moby Glass in the first place. So let's put on some trousers and some boots and maybe a jacket. There we go. Looking very fashionable to go outside. And, you know, in 3.0, there's actually quite a lot of clothes that we've added for people to dress and customize themselves how they want. All right, Glenn, let's turn around. And one other sort of major interface feature that we've done, which we talked a little bit about in ATV, is what we call the player interaction mode. And if any of you guys have been down on the show floor and played a little bit there, I think you started to use it. But it's everywhere. It's our unified way of interacting. So you hit F, and you move the mouse around. Anything you can interact with will be highlighted. The action will have an inner thought. Potentially there'll be more than one action. And it's how you press buttons, open doors, pick up an item, interact with your cockpit. So you no longer have to remember all these shortcuts.
Leck mich
When
fett.
you're in your cockpit, there are physical buttons to do everything like deploy landing gear, open the canopy, all the rest. So of course there still will be the shortcuts.
Nicht mehr
but for
gucken,
a
wo ist denn hier der
user
scheiß
experience,
Auslöser?
It's much more friendly. So here we are outside our Easy Hab, and one other small feature that we've added, which is, well, there you go, movement. Use mouse wheel, up mouse to increase the speed. So we can control our movement speed with the mouse wheel, which, you know, in a PC FPS game, normally WASD, you're either running or you're not running. So this sort of allows us to control our speed. So if we're in a social situation, we don't want to be running around, say, inside a bar. But when we want to get somewhere fast, like get to the bar, yes, we may want to run. And you also notice the hint system that came in. So
Die Macker sind sowas von innovativ, ne?
3.0 to make the experience much more friendly for new players. We're hoping there'll be quite a few new people in 3.0. And here, so we're in Levski. We obviously saw this last year, but what we didn't see last year is AI moving around, doing things, in that case sitting down. I think if we look, yep, he's checking his Moby Glass. Maybe there's a maintenance guy doing some work somewhere. Well, I guess not now. That's the nature of AI running around. There's about 200 AI running around Levski at the moment. And it's the beginning of subsumption. Subsumption AI is what we're using in Squadron 42 and we will be using in the PU. It's very much a Sims type AI, so people have schedules, they go to sleep, they get up in the morning, they go to work, they go get lunch, etc., etc. All right, so let's go down. I guess if we follow him, we'll see he'll probably, maybe he's going to use the, no, he's going to check it out. He's going to get his little thing out, and he's going to do some work on it. There you go. All right, let's go down to
Alter.
So in 3.0, there is sort of basic AI moving around, doing things, shopkeepers, bartender, mission givers, but it's just the beginning of what we're putting on, and it's going to be much more fluid and more sophisticated as we go down. Again, we use the user interaction mode for everyone. Here we're in Delamar. There's, as you can see, there's a fairly big amount of change in the sort of space landscape. This is actually how Delamar is meant to be. It's a very large asteroid in a big asteroid field. So we have some pretty large asteroids up there. There's a couple that are 20 plus kilometers inside. And here we are at the sort of the main market section, which we walked through last year. And if you haven't noticed on the sort of lighting and volumetric fog, so we've switched to volumetric fog, which we also had a little piece on ATV. Makes the lighting much better, so the sort of sense of the shops are available throughout the Grand Bada. And one of the nice things, so with 3.0, like between this and last year, we filled out all the shops in Levski and added some stuff in other places like Port Olisar. So for instance, there's shops for ship items and weapons. But let's go and find Miles Eckhart. So besides you know, clothing shops, armor shops, personal weapon shops, there's shops for ship items, and in the next release 3.1 we will have ships that you can buy as well, and that will be the full amount, the trifecta. Right. All right. Well, we're gonna switch to Glenn's partner to find Miles, because Miles seems to be missing for us.
Glenn, are you down here?
There he is.
Hey, Glenn.
All right. Let's talk to Miles. Get our mission.
Glad you could make it. Grab a seat. From time to time, jobs find their way to me that aren't orthodox requests. That's a better way to say that, but let's just say they aren't the kind of ops you can give to just anyone. They require a very specific type of person. Now, mutual friends have told me that you might be one of those precious few who are capable of completing a contract without question. If I'm wrong, we can leave it at that. Enjoy a drink, my spectacular company for a few minutes, and we'll part ways with the understanding that this meeting never happened. If I'm right, I might just have a gig that I could use you for.
So again, user, the player interaction mode's used for this again. So we can either be interested or not, but we're interested, obviously. Otherwise,
Give you some backstory
demo.
here. One of the many services Eckhart Security provides is as independent investigators. Sometimes that means extracting black box data, pulling data pads from wrecks, or even looking for missing persons. Different day, different job. That's what my dad always said.
User joined your channel.
Sending you the details.
Hola.
Right. So he's going to send us details. Let's check out what the mission is. Retrieve black box. So here's the mission. A government witness has been transported across the system to testify in the trial of a major syndicate boss. When the transport was shot down, the
Wir gucken
lawyers
gerade die
proved they were targeted by
Live-Präsentation.
syndicate assassins.
Okay.
So they're paying good money to retrieve the black
Link
box,
ist unten drin.
which recorded the crime. Unfortunately, it's highly likely that if the syndicate did organize the hit, they'll be sending some people to retrieve the black box to wipe the data, so you'll have to hurry. All right, it's a pretty
10.000 Alpha UCs, okay?
It's also, this is actually an example of
100.000, yo.
opposition mission where
Let me know when
there'll be
it's
another
done.
group going for it. All right, so let's get out and... Hey, you done?
Wie flüssig die Animationen da sind bei dem Eckhart inzwischen, ne?
Okay, so...
He just gave us a mission.
Wait, you're a guy?
Yeah, why not? I wanted to try something different.
Nein, ne? Nein! Haben die es tatsächlich, wenn das so Voice-over-IP hast und dann bewegen sich die Lippen?
So, hold on, guys. So, one thing that we're going to show here, and this is a feature that we've put into the game. It's not going to be in 3.0, but it will be soon afterwards. Two things. One, which is...
Don't just stare at me.
VoIP.
That's a spirit.
And the other is what we call
That is a great smile.
face over IP. So hold up, guys.
Anyway, so we have this mission to do. We have to get a black box.
Leck mich am Arsch, ey.
Hey, guys, just pause for a second.
Sind
please.
die innovativ?
Are you hearing me or not?
Face over
right,
IP.
so hang on a sec. Well,
Face over IP.
Face over IP.
guys, can you pause?
In your
Pause
face,
for a second.
baby.
Hold. Pause for a second. Okay, so sorry, we got a coordinate.
Wenn das Cody sieht, hat er mehr als einen Tropfen in der Hose.
As another player, and we have Glenn here. So, but we have what we call face over IP, which is a combination of diegetic voice over VoIP. So wherever we say, like, Melissa, can you back away talking, please?
Right, so like I was saying, we have this mission. We gotta get a black box. It's from Daymar. It shouldn't take too long. And I know the perfect pilot for it. Can you still hear me okay?
Nein! Nein! Alter!
What was that?
Alter! Der Sound wird sogar geändert.
I still hear you.
Okay. So
Alter!
now, Melissa, can you come forward talking and then go to Glenn's right?
Ist doch alles völlig
Du
normal.
hörst den von der Seite.
Leute, wir leben
Jetzt,
in der Scheiß-Simulation.
Actually, yeah.
Ja.
I left my ship there.
Das sind die besten Beweise dafür.
So if you don't mind, and if it's not too much trouble, I'd really appreciate it.
Dani,
Links-
sämtliche
links und rechts
Mittel, an
haben
denen du
sie
bis jetzt genuckelt hast, waren Pixel.
So the voice is fully diegetic.
Shouldn't
In
take
the
too long. Especially
Hört nicht zu,
since
hm?
John's a really good pilot.
Okay, all
He
right.
can get us anywhere.
All right, back to in front of Glenn, Melissa, and give me a second before we go to the next stage. So it's fully diegetic. It's in the world. If it's to the left, it's the, you hear the voice to the left. If it's to the right, you hear the voice to the right. Or if you actually had 3D sound, you would hear it behind you. It goes away in the distance. If you have a helmet on, it will
Hast du
become
diesen
filtered
lauten
and
Knall gehört?
shift the comms.
Das
So
waren
that's
die
part
fetten
one.
Ärsche von E und
And the
Eckwisch,
other
die
part,
von ihren
which you
Stühlen
sort of
gefallen
see all of
sind.
it that's happening here is once we put that into the game,
Ja.
we sort of realize that if you don't have the face and the your lips moving when you're talking, and not only that, to try and sort of see more of the emotion, it feels really weird in a game that has the fidelity that Star Citizen did. So we've been working with a company called Faceware to put their live tracking SDK into our game, so we can drive our head rigs, and we have an advantage that we have this live
Es war
rig
so klar, dass der
technology
irgendeinen
that
Hammer
we
heute
developed
raushaut, ne?
to work for Squadron 42, and that we use in the PU. And it's what drives Miles Eckhart, it's what drives all the stuff in Squadron 42, what drives the shopkeepers, and the advantage of that is that it has various poses for the faces. And
Ja
as
gut,
long
dass ich
as
meine
you can
Webcam hier oben habe.
decode quick enough video coming in, then you can drive the facial stuff. So,
Ich hab gar keine Webcam.
there we go.
9 Euro mit Versand bei eBay. Das Ding, das ich habe. Reicht vollkommen aus.
And Melissa, do you want to pull up your debug window so they
Mikro
can
ist
see
nicht
it
an von der
on your
Webcam, das
screen?
läuft hier übers Headset. Und ansonsten guckt die Webcam die ganze Zeit nach oben, beziehungsweise ins Innere vom
There we go.
Rechner. Also,
So, if you can see, there's Melissa down in
Ja.
the basement. And And the nice thing with the tracking here is that it's really, really smart. We don't have to train it. It will recognize your face, and you just have to do one calibration looking in the center. It works with it works with standard webcams.
hat gerade gesagt, you don't have to train it.
If you have a better
Einmal,
webcam,
ja.
it will work even better. So these ones are
Einmal kalibrieren.
I'll tell you about in a little bit. And then we have one more feature because this enables us to track heads. So Glenn, maybe let's switch to Glenn. So let's switch to Glenn's view, and like get a camera on Glenn. Okay, and then Glenn's view. There we go. Now Glenn, turn on your head tracking. Okay, so now on top of that,
Nee, oder?
so.
Nein!
Nee.
Alter!
Nee. Der braucht die Maus nicht mehr zu bewegen, oder was?
Ja.
So it's essentially has the track AR functionality because we track the head as well.
Ja gut, nur...
And,
ja
it's
klar.
quite useful, say, when you're
Natürlich
in a
kannst du dich
cockpit
nicht
looking around
über die Schulter
situational
gucken, aber
awareness.
so ein Stück rumdrücken,
And
das ist schon
also,
geil, ne?
Honestly, in these sort of situations, if you want to nod your head without having to move the mouse, it's pretty good. Okay, shall we get back to our mission?
Oh yeah. What's that mission about?
Were you not listening? We need to get a black box at Daymar.
My apologies, it's just a little busy in here is all.
So should we get some weapons?
You're right. It looks exhilarating in here. Everyone's dancing.
So I'm guessing we should get some weapons.
Let's go.
Yep.
Lead the way.
Specifically, the railgun. Let's go.
Dang, you want to blow some things up, don't you?
Oh yeah.
And so, I mean, the idea, I mean, you know,
Think packs and
we're doing our
memes.
silly QA banner here, but the idea is when this feature's in, you and your friends can be running
Gut, du
around
weißt, was
talking
die
to
für
each other
Rechner
in
haben,
the
ey.
universe, which I think will help because it's much
Wahrscheinlich nur
better
vom
to
Feinsten
talk
drin,
rather
ne?
than type in a chat window.
Oh my god.
And because it's in the universe, you can hail people nearby, you can talk to people.
Nee, ist kein,
So, yes, you
kein
can use
Volks-PC.
TeamSpeak or Discord or Mumble or something
Als
like
ich
that.
damals in Köln hier auf dem Battlefield Community Day war, da hat so ein Rechner zwischen 6.000 und 8.000 Euro gekostet. Ohne Peripherie.
Our game and universe. So, right. So here's an example of one of the additional shops in Levski.
Just up here.
Yes, like that. And if you notice, here's one other thing: is you can actually see in multiplayer everyone using their Mobi glass. So if she purchases whatever she's looking at, Melissa, this is over there.
You got it?
Kannst sehen, was der andere gerade in seinem Mobiglass sieht. Alter.
I'm gonna get me some ammo.
Pass auf, Render to Texture zeigt er gleich auch nochmal. Ja, ja, da kommt gleich irgendwie ein Anruf vom Eckhart oder sowas.
Yep. It's pure evil, which is perfect.
You're scary. You finished back there?
Yep. Got some other stuff too. You all set too?
Oh yeah.
Das wird also auch heißen, dass wenn du einen anfunkst im All, dann hast du jetzt wahrscheinlich diese Funkgeräusche dazwischen und dann kannst du den anfunken und kannst sagen, hier werf deine Ladung ab oder wir entern dich oder sonst was.
Okay, so if we're going over to Daymar, we're going to need a pilot.
Ja, mit den Schiffsnamen, was ich letztens sagte, ist ja bestätigt, ne? Kannst du also, hier ist die Falconia, an das feindliche Schiff oder so. Da kannst, ja, also.
He has a constellation. The Aquila specifically. You can transport these things really easily.
Dampers Depot, jetzt bin ich mal gespannt.
So, what are we doing?
We need to get some ship items. Dumpers Depot. If you don't mind anyway.
Can't he buy it
John's
himself?
not expecting us for a little while.
Hi. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with.
What was that, Glenn? Sorry, I cut you off.
Oh no, I was just listening to the woman.
Oh, don't talk to them. They just try to sell you things.
Und scheiße, dass die männliche Schar hat.
So anyway, so
Ja.
this, you know, Dumpers Depot is on Levski.
Das ist doch eine weibliche Schar wäre, am
Ja, die
besten eine
weiblichen kommen
asiatische.
die kommen erst mit 3.2.
Okay, gibt nur männliche bis jetzt.
Shield generators, coolers, power plants.
Er ist jetzt auch in 3.0 überhaupt neu, dass du deinen Char komplett gestalten kannst.
And you'll be able to buy ship weapons, and also at the various admin desks, there's commodity kiosks and stuff.
Dass die Powerplants so klein sind, die Kisten da, ne? Ja.
All right, should we go?
Well, yeah, we should probably go.
Yeah, you're just wasting time here. I'm already
Man,
done.
you have no patience.
Patience? What is that?
Exactly. Move it, you.
You know, by saying that, it's a bit hypocritical, don't you think?
Das ist auch Let's Player oder was, die zwei? Oder was ist das?
Nee, das ist, wie heißt der Laden Köln nochmal, wo die das gerade aufnehmen? Im Glorian ist das, das sind Leute hier von,
We get to the
Vom
top
Team. Von Cloud Imperium Games.
floor, we drive into jump.
Sounds like a plan.
Because I'm not walking on Daymar. I hate sand.
I've never been to Daymar.
There's sand everywhere.
So I've heard. Do you think there will be a sandworm there?
Not another word.
That would be awesome.
There's a few danger.
Don't be scared, Glenn. I'll protect you.
Von
I just
3.0?
got a railgun.
Rechne mal Mitte September. Mitte, Ende September. Also wenn ich mir die aktuelle Liste der Bugs anschaue, die noch gefixt werden müssen. Also die haben in der letzten Woche gut Gas gegeben. Ja. Ja, dann geht's erstmal 5 Tage in die Evocati-Testphase. Dann kommt die erweiterte Close und dann kommt das Public Release. Und dafür muss die Evocati-Testphase erstmal so laufen, dass da keine weiteren schwerwiegenden Bugs gefunden werden. Wenn sie da kleinere Sachen haben, dann hauen sie es raus.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, so here we are on the very upper level.
Alright. So I will get into my suit. And you spawn the rover.
Der Vorteil von diesem System ist, wenn da einer ankommt, hallo! Ne, das ist dann einer, wo du sagst, wo du nicht sagst, komm ins TS oder so.
Vehicles, so in this case a rover to the garage, but if you had a ship it would be to the hangar.
Im Prinzip kannst du mit dem System ja auch wunderbar ohne TS spielen.
Ja.
Wenn du nur das Spiel spielst, ja.
Now there'll be lots of players and landing zones. We don't want people to just hog a landing pad and ruin it for everyone else. So you have to request a landing spot. You get given it. You've got to land in it within a certain period of time. When it landed there, your ship gets taken into the sort of big ship storage of whatever the landing zone, and then you call it back up through vehicle valet, which is what we just did for the rover, and it will be in a garage because with landing zones that actually are connected to a moon or in this case an asteroid planetoid or a regular planet, you'd have one. So here we are, we're getting dressed up. So outside of Levski and Delamar there is absolutely no atmosphere, so we better put a spacesuit on. Putting a tasty blue and white number Explorer outfit, which is new for 3.0 and
Ja, ja.
What Melissa
Also das hatte ich auch schon.
wearing.
Bin schon in der Luftschleuse gestorben. Weil ich nicht, ich hätte nicht gesehen, dass ich keinen Raumanzug an
Right,
hatte.
he's got a helmet on. But
Ja.
and also you'll be able you'll be able to save out your predefined loadout. So you know whatever you want to call it, your Sunday best. But he's looking quite dapper there.
Nein!
So now you'll notice the voice is filtered because it's over comms in the helmets.
Nice!
So here we're outside. You see all that little AI wandering around here. What's happening?
Das ist, wenn bei mir das Fenster gekippt ist, ist das so laut. Unfassbar, ne?
Der Blume wohnt an der Hauptstraße.
Hm. Problem ist, da ist jetzt mal ein Moped vorbeigefahren. Was jetzt wieder für 4 Tage?
Moby. Look at the atmosphere out here. Glenn doesn't like it when I do that because this can be quite risky. He's died a few times when we did the run-throughs for the press. So as you can see, there's zero atmosphere out there. So we'll just go to take his helmet off. Okay, we'll wait a sec. Save changes and equip. Okay. Not yet, not yet. Okay, do it. Save it. Alright, if I left that a bit too long, we've done it and Glenn's died. And then he has to respawn and come all the way down, which makes it a bit slower. But rest assured, if he let it off longer, then he would have asphyxiated.
Yeah, I just nearly had a total recall moment.
Ja, ist das geil, Alter. Ja, das Gefilterte, ne? Das ist geil. Ja?
You all strapped in?
Yep. Let me just give John a call.
Looking good. For a dude.
Warum labern die Englisch? Verdammt nochmal.
Jetzt siehst du unten rechts, ne? Ist rot, der ist noch nicht an. Jetzt muss er den erstmal unten anschalten. Das ist jetzt hier Item 2.0. Hast du in den Schiffen hast du das jetzt auch? Nein! Hier, komm! Hier! Render to Texture. Render to Texture und das ist 3D. Du kannst komplett aus dem kompletten Universum überall hin 3D übertragen.
That guy is so lazy.
This should be interesting then.
Yep. We're at Levski.
Alter.
Are you nearby?
Yeah, I'm just pulling into Levski now. I'll meet you at the landing pad.
In fact, we can pull up the where he is in the constellation.
Ich bin mal gespannt, wie lange sie brauchen, bis sie dann, wenn es schon mit der Webcam funktioniert, mit dem Gesichtserkennung und Mimikerkennung, bis sie einfach das Originalgesicht projizieren. Dass jeder wirklich mit seinem eigenen Gesicht da ist.
Arbeiten sie schon dran, haben sie schon gesagt, kannst dich darauf einstellen, in 2-3 Jahren auf der Gamescom kannst du dein Gesicht dann scannen lassen.
Ja, ich denke mal, das dauert noch keine 5 Jahre mehr, da kannst du es daheim mit deiner Webcam machen. Aus verschiedenen Positionen wird dein Gesicht fotografiert.
Gibt schon eine App fürs Handy für.
Ja.
And as you can see, Delamar's had a lot of work. The team in Germany, the environment team's really been working hard on it. It also uses all the most recent
Aber das deutsche Team hat dran. Und dann kann es was werden.
So in any one of these views, there'll be about 100,000 interest objects.
Also du kannst sagen, so 40-50% der Innovationen, die jetzt drin sind, die kommen von Frankfurt, vom deutschen Team.
But you know, obviously, if we were on something that was a little less arid, you know, it would be different kinds of ecosystems. So say forests or grass plains, or mountains, or hills, or oceans. But here we go.
Wo fährt er denn jetzt rein?
And here we come in. Here comes John in the constellation.
Da kommt die Conny, da kommt jetzt später die Conny rein. Ach du Scheiße. So, jetzt die Landestützen, bitte, wippen, wippen. Komm, setz das Ding auf. Da haben sie es in dem Bild jetzt momentan noch nicht drin, weil da haben sie noch Probleme mit. War letztens bei Bugsmashers.
Maybe switch to, there you go. So here's John lowering the cargo bay for us.
All right, Glenn. Nice and easy.
Looking good.
Really good.
First try.
Yeah, parking these things is quite the challenge.
Hey, passt, passt.
You want John's view picture-in-picture, don't you, Paul?
That's good. Alright, bring us up, John. Bringing you up. Cheers, mate.
Switch to the view of Glenn.
Ich überlege gerade so, pass auf, Amazon wird offizieller Item-Seller. Deswegen sind die zu der Engine von denen gewechselt, weißt du das? Ist ja nicht mehr CryEngine, ist ja Lumberyard Engine. Ja, und Lumberyard, gut, basiert auf der CryEngine. Die brauchten 2 Tage für den Engine-Wechsel, also, ja. Aber das ist das beste Aushängeschild für Amazon, ne? Also, allein jetzt dieses Highlighting, ne? Dass du also gerade mit dem Sitz guckst drauf, wird gehighlightet, alles klar, das ist das, was ich jetzt gerade bediene, use, fertig. So, dann mach mal an die Kiste. Ja.
Alright, let's go, guys.
Auch diese Energiematrix mit dem Dreieck, ne, dass du da einstellen kannst, Schilde, Antrieb und Waffen. Ja. Du musst bedenken, der ist gerade in seiner Kabine auf der Station aufgestanden, aus dem Bett, rumgelaufen zum Questgeber, dann sind die da hoch in den Rover rein und alles ohne Laden. Wenn das Spiel einmal geladen ist, dann spielst du es durch. Komplette Universum.
Ich bin auch unheimlich fasziniert davon, aber es ist halt... Da brauchst du so viel Zeit für so ein Spiel zu spielen. Das ist das, was mich davon abschreckt. Ja, guck mal, wie lang die jetzt schon unterwegs sind, bis dann.
Ja, die haben es jetzt aber auch in die Länge. Die haben es jetzt auch in die Länge gezogen. Extra.
Ja, aber um's zu genießen, ist es halt schön, wenn du dir Zeit nimmst. Weißt du? Mhm.
Ja. So, komm. Ah, nee, Atmosphäre hat das Ding nicht, ne? Da kommt jetzt kein Atmosphären... Ja, ist ein Asteroid.
Ja, ein Asteroid, ja.
Da kommt jetzt kein Atmosphäreneffekt, okay. Ja, die werden jetzt zu irgendeinem Planeten fliegen. Ja, hier Dynama oder wie das Ding da heißt, ne? Oder Dynama. Ja, das Ding hat Bärchen, ne? Raus aus dem Clan, viel Spaß damit alleine zu fliegen. Ja. Bärchen hat sich 480 € oder so? Oder noch mehr? Oder 580?
580 €.
Ja, du musst bedenken, das ist, so wird es ja auch momentan kommuniziert, das ist zum Unterstützen des Spiels. Du kannst ja auswählen, klar, mit wie viel du das Spiel unterstützen willst und kriegst das als Gegenwert. Es ist nicht so, dass du jetzt, wenn du dir zum Beispiel, was weiß ich, Echtgeld kaufst in GTA, damit du dir einen Sportwagen kaufen kannst oder so. So darfst du das nicht vergleichen. Ja.
This is one of
Ja,
our
die sind
smaller
ihre,
small,
ne?
planetoids. Good. Wow. Hey.
Ja, die kriegen den Mund nicht mehr zu.
Wenn du das jetzt noch auf einer Kinoleinwand siehst, ist natürlich noch viel geiler, ne? Ich denke, die hocken ja wahrscheinlich irgendwo im großen Raum an der riesen Leinwand, ne?
Ja.
So now we're heading to Daymar.
Ja.
So you can see Crusader actually off to the right. As we
Ja,
head
wobei,
up
das
on
ist ja jetzt
Daymar.
echt nur eine Frequenz, das ist ja nichts.
Nein, 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 nein. Das
Was?
ist, wir sind ja auch schon gesprungen im Spiel. Das ist keine Sequenz, die läuft.
That's a bug.
Nein.
Another game crash.
Aha.
No.
Das ist jetzt nicht irgendwas zum Kaschieren.
Oh, John's machine crash. Yeah, yeah. All right, sorry guys. The pilot's machine crashed, which is why it disappeared in the middle of the jump. Can you take over the pilot seat? All right, we're going to try to recover from this. Get the pilot seat back because unfortunately John has left the.
Irgendwas lost.
Der eine Spieler, da ist die Maschine, der Rechner gecrashed. Ja.
Auch nur vom Pilot, ne?
Ja. Ja, ist egal. Dann geht der nächste hin, setzt sich hier auf den Stuhl in der Mitte, fertig.
Melissa, do you have flight control?
Ja, alleine fliegen, also. Da musst du wirklich, die ist ja für 6 Mann oder so ausgelegt, ne? Ja, du brauchst, du hast oben ein Turret, unten ein Turret, ne? Und dann brauchst du eben noch mindestens einen Co-Piloten, der die Energieverteilung macht und unter Umständen Reparaturen einleitet und sowas.
Guck mal, du hast vollen WLAN-Empfang.
Ja.
Auf 6 Kanälen.
Alright, sorry, this didn't happen on run through that we just did before we did this. We're going to reset because we lost player 3
Das
and
haben
we
sie.
can't get control of the Connie. So everything else is running, the server's running, but player 3 lost and we can't recycle the power on the.
Ja, wenn der das Spiel beendet und dann mitten im All ist in seinem Raumschiff und dann.
Are we trying this one more time or are we just going to reset it?
Ja, weil sie das System jetzt drin haben, dass der Eigentümer vom Schiff das Schiff abschließen kann. Und wenn der abkackt, dann, ja, das haben sie jetzt erstmal neu drin und das muss natürlich noch vernünftig gemacht werden.
Try one more time.
Komm, da gibt's doch irgendeinen Konsolenbefehl für. Ihr habt doch die Frankfurter da, die können doch alles. Nee, kann er nicht. Hat er?
Hat wohl nichts getan.
Was sie auch gezeigt haben, was du hier jetzt hast mit dem Panel links unten. Das haben sie, wo haben sie es gezeigt? In der Gladius haben sie das gezeigt, glaube ich, oder in der Aurora. Jedes Mal, wenn du einen Schuss ablässt, siehst du, wie die Energieverteilung dann für die Waffen nachlässt. Und gleichzeitig, wie sie überhitzen. Also wie sie dann Hitze erzeugen, bis sie dann irgendwann überhitzen. Dass du wieder dann eine Pause einlegen musst mit deinen Schüssen.
I think they got power off. Let's try that.
Ja, mein Güte, dann soll der mal eben jetzt mit einer, was weiß ich, mit einer Aurora Gladius, ja, oder mit einer Freelancer von da hinten losfliegen. Warten die da eben und steigen so um, dann zeigen sie, wie sie im All eben umsteigen. Geilste wäre natürlich, wenn der Undock-Ring inzwischen funktioniert. Ach Cutlass!
Okay, let's
Cutlass!
roll it from the start. Hey Paul, let's just get.
Da werde ich mich auch erstmal dran gewöhnen müssen. Das ist ja jetzt total vollgepackt, das Cockpit, ey. Ja.
Das ist dein Schiff oder was?
Ja, die kriegt eine Überarbeitung in 3.0.
We lost player 3, and when we lost him, we couldn't get control back of the colors. So you're going to get to do it again. We're going to get to do it again, but this time we won't have as much banter, and we'll get back to this point.
Der ist jetzt schon in die Spielgeschichte eingegangen, der Mann. Schon bevor er mit Star Citizen angefangen hat. Die Leute haben sich schon damals wegen Wing Commander neue Hardware gekauft. Also
Hat der Wing Commander damals gemacht oder was?
ja. Wing Commander, Freelancer, Starlancer. Die Filme eben, Wing Commander und so hat er auch alles gemacht.
Weiß man damals Wing Commander auf der... Was war denn das für eine Konsole? Die Sega Mega Drive. Ja,
Ja, gab's auch, ja.
Drauf gesuchtet.
Ja, auf dem PC das erste Spiel eben mit richtig Soundkartenunterstützung, ne?
Mhm.
Erstmal für 400 Mark damals eine Soundkarte geholt, Soundblaster.
Soundblaster, genau.
Ja. 8-Bit-Scheiß. Da habe ich dann später auf dem Rechner habe ich dann Windows, nee, auf dem gar nicht, oder? Doch, auf dem Rechner habe ich dann Windows 3.11 installiert und habe dann festgestellt irgendwie, dass ich Sounds nicht abspielen kann, bis ich gemerkt habe, der Soundblaster kann nur 8-Bit und kein 16-Bit. Und für Wing Commander 4, also nee, 5 bei Prophecy, ne? Wing Commander Prophecy muss mir damals auch eine neue Grafikkarte erstmal kaufen. Think positive. Ah. Alter Verwalter, ey. Das Soundsystem, ne? Ich habe ja gedacht, so in der Beta oder so langsam mal, ne, dass wir da dran gehen, aber dass wir da jetzt schon dran arbeiten. Ja, und dann noch hier, nicht Voice over IP, Face over IP. Ja. 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 Ja, und vor allen Dingen, du kannst mir dann direkt darüber, über das Mobilglass deine aktuelle Position übermitteln und Mission teilen und ich kann dann über das Mobilglass quasi die kürzeste Route zu dir festlegen und rüberkommen. Oder wir sagen, wir treffen uns dort und dort. Ja.
Und du wusst. Ja, ist die Gamescom jetzt immer noch offen?
Nein, die haben in Köln hier ja, ja, sowas wie das Oberhaus angemietet.
Ah ja, so ein Club oder so ein Laden.
Ja, so. Ja, das auch, aber die meisten sind dann auf den Abendveranstaltungen. Da ist jeden Abend Party.
Mhm.
Kannst du ja auswählen. Also, hast du bei Jimpanse gesehen? Der war bei MSI auf dem Essen irgendwie. Ja, und so weiter. Ja. Ich geh mal ganz kurz pullern.
Ach, ich starte mal eine Runde hier, PU. Während die da neu laden. Uah. Ach, Dani, ich kann es dir sagen. Ich könnte mal ein bisschen Energie gebrauchen. Du? Im Bett? Oh, hör auf. Ich bin nicht so der früh ins Bett gehe, das weißt du doch. Nee, wir machen wahrscheinlich einen Restart. Ist kann ich mit Runde Player Unknowns spielen. Das hat sie nicht so angetan, das Spiel, ne? Hm. Mhm. Ja, sicher.
Ja. Ja, das Ding heißt Sternenbürger und genau das ist geplant. Du hast ein komplettes Universum, steht ja auch ganz groß auf der Seite. Er will kein Spiel machen, er will ein Universum erschaffen. Und du kannst dir aussuchen, was du willst. Wenn du keinen Bock hast, im All rumzufliegen, dann heuerst du eben als Marine an. Dann machst du die ganze Zeit nur First-Person-Shooter, ja, oder machst Händler oder kannst, was weiß ich, du kannst einen Abstiegdienst machen. Du kannst hier wie heißt die? Heißt die nicht sogar Starlancer oder so? Ja, kannst du dir holen und dann, das ist ein Tankschiff, Tank- und Reparaturschiff und dann machst du quasi den ADAC im All oder sowas.
Ja, es wird aber alles noch ein bisschen dauern, bis es alles geht, ne?
Ja klar, aber umso länger du wartest, desto teurer wird es. Das bringen andere schon als fertiges Spiel raus. Da werden die Bugs gefixt und das ist dann ein fertiges Spiel, was die momentan da abliefern. Ja. Muss er sich die Quest jetzt wieder abholen bei dem, ne? Die haben überhaupt keine Speicherpoints. Das ist jetzt hier das komplette PU. Ja, aber jetzt macht er hier mal Quick Run, ne?
Ich könnte es jetzt sehen, aber ich habe ja gerade mal ein Spiel angefangen.
Klar, du guckst dir das zwischendurch an, aber wenn du schon irgendwo warst. Ja, oder einfach nur mal so entdecken, wenn du, ne?
And I'm not doing much talking, I'm going to let the pros do their work. So we got to go get our mission again.
Weißt du, bist du nicht mehr am Zocken, dann machst du auch noch Gesichtsmuskeltraining dabei. Oh, guck mal, der ist da am Barhocker festgebackt.
Hängt. Wie immer bei dir.
Ja. Ja, gut. Wenn du mal guckst, auf der Webseite an der AI sind sie ja noch mächtig am Schrauben.
Ja, du hauchst ganz schön ins Mic.
Dampfen.
Glad you could make it. Grab a seat. time to time, jobs find their way to me that aren't orthodox requests. That's a better way to say that, but let's just say they aren't the kind of ops you can give to just anyone. They require a very specific type of person. Now, mutual friends have told me that you might be one of those precious few who are capable of completing a contract without question. If I'm wrong, we can leave it at that. Enjoy a drink, my spectacular company for a few minutes, and we'll part ways with the understanding that this meeting never happened. If I'm right, I might just have a gig that I could use you for.
Ja.
To give you some backstory here, one of the many services Eckhart Security provides is as independent investigators. Sometimes that means extracting
Da
black
fehlt
box
Skip.
data, pulling data pads from wrecks, or even looking for missing
Skip,
persons.
skip,
Different day,
skip.
different job. That's what my dad always said. Sending you the details. Let me know when it's done.
Cheers, Miles.
Glenn! I heard
Let's
we
get
have
us a
mission.
railgun.
Yes, let's go.
No time, move! Schneller!
Wenn der jetzt einen Raumhelm, also ja, einen Raumhelm auf hätte, dann würde der schon den Sauerstoff aus dem Anzug nehmen, ne? Also in Zukunft, weil sie sich jetzt nochmal Waffen holen müssen.
That's the one.
Yoink.
We've just received some exciting new products. Have a look.
Yeah, not now, lady. Go, go,
Oh.
go! Auf, 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 auf!
Der hat einen Chef daneben stehen, der macht Druck. Ja. Ja, der hält gerade so die Hand davor, vor dem Mic und gibt da Regieanweisungen.
Right. So this pilot, John, is really particular about who sits in his co-pilot seats. So don't sit in them. We'll just have a really nice view.
Ich freue mich schon auf die Leute, ne, die sich irgendwie einen weiblichen Charakter gemacht haben, ne, und das Video hier nicht kennen. Ne, und dann rumrennen.
No seatbelts.
Voll die Transen.
Hallo, ich bin Candy.
Just hold on to the railing.
Natürlich bist du das. Ja. Nein, ich bin eine Frau. Aber du bist doch ein Kerl, bist du? Nein, bin ich nicht.
Right.
Ich musste als Teenager eine Hormonkur machen.
Ich sehe meinem Charakter auch echt ähnlich. Ich habe ihn so maßstabgetreu wie möglich gemacht.
Get the feeling deja vu.
Nö. Wieso brauchst du eine neue Wix-Vorlage? Du überträgst. Ja. Woher soll ich das denn wissen, dass du live überträgst hier? Ja.
Die Uhrzeit gucken live keine Kinder. Du bist am Aufnehmen. Das ist das Problem. Ja klar. Aber jetzt live sollte kein Kind mehr zugucken eigentlich. Wenn du mal auf den Wecker geguckt hast. Hagen. Mhm.
Ja, jetzt muss ich mich aber zurücknehmen. Da wusste ich auch noch nichts, du Sack. Aha.
Ich komme rein und mache erstmal ein Bäuerchen, weißt du? Ach so. Ich bin eine Bad-Luck-Runde hier im PU, finde nur Scheißwaffen. Aber wenn ich jetzt so affin wäre wie ihr, dann würde ich mir das wahrscheinlich angucken, aber das ist nicht so meins. Also,
Ladies first.
Ja, du musst die 2.6 schon gespielt haben, dann kannst du es dir vorstellen, was das hier bedeutet, wollte ich schon sagen. Was das hier den Spielern offeriert. Ja, natürlich. Ich bin jetzt total seriös.
mysteriös.
Ja. Ach ja, du streamst live, ne?
Hey, John.
Ja, Pillemann, Fotze, Arschloch, ja.
Das mal Pillemann. So bad. Das mal Soul. Ist so fett.
Aber ein Vorteil hat das Ganze, dass die eine Maschine da abgestürzt ist. Gibt ja immer Leute, die dem vorwerfen, das wäre alles vorproduziert und die würden nur so tun, als ob, weißt du? Ja. Ja. Ja, oder du kaufst dir die Conny, das ist ja dabei. Nö. Aber oh, ja, also dann würde ich die dunkle da, ich weiß nicht, wie die jetzt genau heißt. So, also das ist gerade nicht passiert. Die sah nur so aus.
Yeah, looking good.
Actually, it looks pretty good. What do you think, John?
No, we're gonna do that.
Ist das, Entschuldigung.
Turn it off?
Wo ist es?
Kiste rollt.
Bring me up, buddy. Okay, bring you up.
Meine Fresse, ey. Oh, nicht doch.
It's taken some damage. Maybe don't sit in the seats, don't touch any buttons, and we'll be good. We're gonna start the runway.
Hey.
I mean, this is a comfortable ship. Make yourself at home.
Can you get the ball, please?
Sorry about that.
Hey.
Touch the wall here. You don't get sick. John's confident.
Lass mal Bug fixen. Gaze online.
Star map, figure out where we're going.
Du hast die Star Map jetzt im Mobilglass drin. Du machst jetzt den Quantum Drive, den steuerst du jetzt da drüber. Aber du kannst wie gehabt wohl auch über, was war das, B? Dir die Ziele anzeigen lassen, aber du kannst dir die Waypoints kannst du dir übers Mobilglass setzen.
793,000 kilometers.
Ja, ist noch zu nah am Asteroiden. Ich glaube, die haben sich hinter der Bühne jetzt erstmal alle ein paar Red Bull aufgemacht.
Okay, fingers crossed. Here we go. All right.
So, jetzt wird's
Back in
interessant.
business. As you can see, by the way, Daymar is much larger than Delamar. I think it's maybe 1,000 or so kilometers in diameter.
Good job, John. How you did. If this mission goes well, you want me to?
How's your speed going down? Okay, so what, just don't have brakes it down until after they've jumped?
Mhm. Ist auch noch ein Mond. Ne, das ist ein Mond. Sind alles nur Monde. Du bist ja im Prinzip in der Alpha 3.0 nur im System vom Crusader. Crusader ist ja der große Gasriese, vergleichbar mit unserem Jupiter, und das sind alles nur Monde von dem. Du bist ja noch nicht mal irgendwie nächsten Planeten weiter oder so. Nee. Ich denke mal, fliegen können die. Ach, das ist die dunkle, ne? Ja.
Ja, wenn du so ein Schiff gekauft hast und schrottest es, ist es dann neu oder wie ist das dann?
Du musst eine Versicherung abschließen. Ja.
Kostet dann auch wieder Geld.
Ja, Ingame-Währung, ne? Ja, kannst die Schiffe ja auch Ingame kaufen. Ja. Ja, ich weiß. Der erste Schritt der Persistenz kommt jetzt rein.
Ready when you guys are.
Alright, jump. Cheers, mate.
Oh, there it is. It's magic.
Der Stream hängt oder was?
Whoa, watch out.
Well, it's just a sync. It's a sync issue.
Nö.
It takes a second to sync it up.
Hab ich nicht gesehen. Ah! Hat der Boss gerade erklärt. Hat eine Sekunde gedauert, bis das Spiel das synchronisiert hatte.
Okay. Ready. Let's do this.
Sweet.
It's behind us, by the way.
Ja. Ja, oder so ein Cyclone oder irgend sowas.
You know what?
Oder eine Dragonfly, eine Nox, irgendwie sowas. Wobei, die findest du unter Umständen, also eine Dragonfly oder eine Nox findest du unter Umständen auch bei den Missionen auf dem Planeten. Die musst dann gucken, dass du die irgendwie in ein Schiff parken kannst. Ich meine, du hast die Freelancer, ich habe die Cutlass, das müsste ohne Probleme gehen. Ich glaube, in der neuen Cutlass könnte sogar hier der Ursa-Rover reinpassen.
So we don't need a speed run anymore. We're back where we were.
Let's look out there.
Did you turn off the rover? All the lights went off. I'm out now. Could have waited. Alright, I'm ready. I'll scout ahead.
Nice gun.
Yeah, I need to get it repaired. But it still works.
Okay, well you take point. You got the weapons.
Alright, I'm checking this left side first.
What a mess. This looks recent.
Yeah.
Check all your bullets.
Thanks, Mom. Figured right on that. Find it yet?
Ich starb außerhalb des Spielbereichs. So. Und möchte ich das Match verlassen. Dann gucke ich noch mal kurz zu.
Irgendwann von Drake. Also zumindest stand Drake gerade dran. Mhm. Herzlich willkommen auf unserem Stream.
Oh. Wieso sagst du jetzt meinen Namen? Verdammt. Lass uns doch anonym bleiben.
Oh, Entschuldigung. Entschuldigung, dass da Blume gesagt hat. Thomas wird nicht mehr vorkommen.
Sorry.
Jetzt hast du das Spiel aufgehängt.
Do you want to take point?
Ja.
I'll let you lead.
I've got a gun.
It's fine, I'll watch your back.
If I get shot in the back.
Ja. Blackbox.
Accident. They'll just respawn.
Ja.
Maybe.
Das ist ein Good Vibration.
I think I actually lost you. I found it.
Alright, John, we got what we came for. Awesome. Nice and quiet out here.
Alright. Get in the river.
You go first.
I'm driving this time.
Yeah, yeah.
Ja. Ja, ja. You know what yeah, yeah means? Yeah, yeah means kiss my ass. Dude.
Eat my shorts.
Und das kenne ich jetzt irgendwie schon alles, was sie da gerade machen. Schon im Video gesehen, oder?
Ja, so noch nicht.
Alright, John. We're on our way.
Great. By the way, when the camera's on you, because you're looking off. You gotta remember, you're always prime time.
Hopefully.
That wasn't so hard.
Kriegen sie Feuer von irgendjemand, ne?
Under attack.
Oh, es hat das Riesending abgeschossen, okay. Autsch.
Oops. Alright, well, guess they lost their ride. Glenn, you gonna call for help?
Na gut, eben haben sie gesagt, schießt daneben, aber das ist ein bisschen offensichtlich.
Well, I don't think I'd be on that Buccaneer because it's completely black inside.
Na gut, aber selbst mit der Railgun braucht er bei der Cutlass ein paar Schüsse.
Nee, doch nicht.
Have we called for help?
That's a no.
Sayonara, sucker. Good tire inbound.
Hey guys, do you think it's time to call for some help?
What was that noise? Glenn?
Hello there. We're in a slight case of bad luck. We need help. That's great, man. I see you, man. I sent interceptors to your position. Merci, Captain. Sectors engaged. Yeah, we're coming for you, man. Don't worry about it.
Das mal kein Franzose ist, ja? Ich finde, der Dialekt eben war voll französisch.
Haben sie die Animation endlich rausgenommen, wie die Rakete abgeschossen wird? Ja.
Alright. Okay.
Wann ist das so spielbar, wie die es jetzt spielen? Ab wann?
Wenn jetzt die 3.0
im nächsten
rauskommt.
Patch oder was?
Ja. Ja, bis auf die Geschichte hier mit den Gesichtern und mit dem Voice over IP.
Okay.
Noch eine Cutlass? Jo, ne? Noch eine Cutlass da oben. Was auch jetzt wollen sie zeigen, dass der Rover in die Cutlass passt.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
You better not.
Nee, das ist keine Cutlass. Nee.
Der fliegt jetzt mit einem Schiff rein. Oder was?
No, these are gladiators from the Idris, by the way. So, in order to shoot you.
Ach, das ist die Idris, ja genau. Ah.
All right, let's bring it out.
Da brauchen wir dann einfach einen Moment, bis er gelandet ist mit dem riesen Ding. Hm?
That's a huge ship.
Adjusting landing position. Hey, Melissa.
What?
Let me out. Wanna get up to that
Ich wollte
thing?
gerade sagen, die wirft gar keinen Schatten, weil die ist ja viel weiter da hinten. Das Riesentierl da.
Close the door on your way out.
Ja.
All right, open the way.
Picture from Rover out. So as you can see, the Idris is pretty large.
Adjusting position.
Good, but
So
not
it's
that
the
good.
first working capital ship that we've got in the game.
I'm disappointed. I hate sand.
Ah, jetzt passt das mit der Rampe.
Alright. Never done this before. Let's see how it goes.
Drunter gepackt. Ah, das geht ja gar nicht. Fail, schnell weg. Kamera wechseln. Dann schlägt mal weg, dass es keiner sieht. Ja, ist auch noch ein bisschen buggy vom Flimmern her, sieht mit Scheiße aus.
Alright, let me line this up again.
Das haben ja die Deutschen gemacht, oder?
Here we go.
Nee.
Almost. So much sand. Here we go. No.
Oh, und destroyed. Jetzt klatschen sie, dass er hochgeht.
Das ist ein Träger. Ja, ja, natürlich.
Glenn, you want to take your railgun off? Take your railgun off and see the captain.
All right, Rover, join me on the bridge. Closing back door.
Ja, kannst du ab morgen kaufen im Shop für $5.000 oder so. Was weiß ich.
Guess I'll find my own way. All right, Glenn. Join me in the bridge. We're clear for takeoff. Get us out of Daymar.
Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Starboard. Proximity alert. Head.
Ja, das ist verlaufen im Schiff, ne?
Proximity alert. Head.
Ah, eben war es ein bisschen unrealistisch. Hast du gesehen, durch die Fenster sah es hell draußen aus. Und die sind schon im All.
Bonjour, Captain.
Bonjour, Captain. Der guckt einen Franzose, sag ich dir doch.
Thanks for saving us out there. It was my pleasure. I just wish Blizzard and John were here to see that.
There you go. So, let's take a little pause here. Let's bring it down. Leaving Daymar.
All right, now let's talk about our, compensations. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So, sorry that was a bit rough there. We've had playthroughs that have run all the way, and then we have playthroughs that we've had, because as you can see, that's why you don't have 3.0 now. We're still working on some of the bugs. We're working really hard, but it's a much more complicated endeavor than any of the previous releases, just because of the scale, the locations, the amount of objects and entities that we're dealing with is geometrically larger than we've done before. I mean, it's millions of brushes and entities in the 3.0 we just showed you versus maybe 50,000 or so in 2.6. So it requires a fair amount of engineering to make everything work, and obviously you can still see that there's some crashes here and there. And we had a multiplayer demo there with a lot of different people in, so when someone goes down and they're flying the ship, it's hard to recover, which is what happened in the early one. But yes, that's the first time we've had a flying capital ship. And most of the times we've gotten the buggy up the ramp, but we're still, as you know, they're still working for some physics things, so we probably shouldn't have pushed it too much there. But I'm pretty excited about seeing ships that size with people talking with each other, making funny faces to each other, flying in the world. So I'm not giving you a 3.0 overview. That was actually us playing the game. But we're just going to talk about a couple other things, because the other things that come with 3.0 is going to be the new launcher, which has installer, self-update features, refreshed UI, backend to manage secure build distributions, core support for installing multiple games, launch configurations, so we can handle everything from our QA, PTU, and live builds. And we have the Delta patcher, which I know you guys are going to be all very excited about, because and we've actually been using it for internally in our development for the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks. There's still been a few bugs, but it definitely speeds up getting the freshest build, so it'll speed up getting the newest build for you guys and not take a vast amount of data. And it's also going to have an early Spectrum integrated into the actual patcher client. So this is what the platform team's doing at Turbulent. So they're working on the desktop support, which is, we're talking about the new installer, the launcher, the patcher, obviously, and the game overlay. So as you're playing the game, you can actually bring up Spectrum as an overlay and chat to your friends and organizations. VoIP, so we're going to be putting VoIP into Spectrum as well as putting it into the game. And in fact, the Spectrum integration is actually what the back-end data channel is going to be used for our sort of VoIP/FOIP. And in the case that we're showing here, this was all going through our game server, which would rather not put that much data through the game server because it's already got a lot to do for simulation load. So that is what will, once we have the Spectrum side, that will enable us to turn it on for the game for you guys. So here it is. That's kind of the setup of it. Spectrum is the sort of core backbone. We have both our sort of website platform and then the game world. And the backbone is going to allow the transport of the face and voice data, you know, the ship-to-ship, the helmet comms, the area around you, the proximity, and then we'll also be able to do chat in voice over IP in Spectrum, so it'll have the same sort of Discord size features. What's that? No. The voice over IP is not going to be on 3.0. So that's what we're working towards. But I'm saying the Spectrum implementation for the backend data channel is what will enable us to turn on the VoIP, face over IP in the game. So we're aiming to do it for 3.1. So it's the next release afterwards. So we gave you a preview. And I'm not going to give you a date for that, by the way, because no. I'm not even going to I'm not making any promises. I'm not giving you any date whatsoever. But I will say everyone's working very, very hard. Yeah, that's probably a good. So one extra thing we'll do here.
Dude!
Guys, can I switch to audio for this? No? Okay, I'm going to go. Let me go back. So we go here. All right. So can I go? So we have a little video to talk a bit more about the face over IP implementation. So you saw some of what we're doing. This will go into a little bit more technical detail and also talk about our partnership with Facewell. So here we go.
Hi there, everyone. I'm Sean Tracy, and for those that don't know me, I'm the Technical Director of Content here at Cloud Imperium Games. And today, I'm really lucky to be able to show you a feature that I'm personally really excited about. And this is a collaboration between Faceware Technologies and Cloud Imperium Games. And what I'm going to show you is how we've integrated facial tracking into Star Citizen.
Here I am.
You can see that there's a bunch of different dots on my face, and these are landmark points that we use for facial tracking, and the tracking is quite intelligent. So as I turn my head and a face is lost, we actually disable the facial tracking. And if I turn this way, this is handy for things like occlusion. So if your hand gets in the way, maybe a pen gets in the way, we disable the facial tracking at those instances. Now, you're not here to see my face. Let's go ahead and take a look at how this actually maps to a character. So you may recognize this gentleman. This is Liam Cunningham, who plays Captain White in Squadron 42. One of the really important things to notice, or to note rather, is that this is still early days with this technology. We're doing a lot to map and to improve the quality of the actual tracking, as well as adding new phonemes in to the tracking so that the runtime logic reacts exactly as we expect it to. So this is never meant to be a replacement for facial animation, but rather something for the players to be able to run and to drive an actor in real time, or a character rather in real time. So to explain how this all kind of works is that we've got a bunch of outputs from the Live SDK technology, and then through a layer called motion logic, we map all of that to inputs of our runtime rig. And since every character within Star Citizen has its own unique runtime rig created dynamically, they will always react appropriately to whatever the inputs are. So it won't exactly be my blinks, it'll be Liam Cunningham's blinks. You can see even things like the ears moving when the scalp moves. And we even track the eyes. So let's go ahead and show how actually different bits of rig logic might react a little bit differently, giving a different character, essentially. As Belosa, he has really quite nice wrinkle maps that happen on the side of his face. So if I pull my face to the side. Where this feature really comes into its own is in the combination of it with our VoIP technology. We've talked about how this feature can work on a consumer-level web camera. However, here's Peter Bush from Faceware to talk about a motion sensor they've developed specifically for this feature.
Hi, my name is Peter Bush. I'm one of the co-founders of Faceware Technologies and Faceware Interactive. Faceware is a facial motion capture company. We create hardware and software products that can create animation simply from video. About a year ago, Cloud Imperium asked us to do something we've never done before. Integrate our real-time technology into Engine and allow game characters to interact and emote in real time, but by being live driven by the players themselves. This is quite an engineering challenge, but I knew my teams in Austin and Los Angeles could collaborate with the incredibly talented Cloud Imperium development team to make this happen. The new VoIP feature will work with nearly any camera, but we were asked what's going to create the best possible experience. So we set out to engineer the first gaming device designed specifically for facial tracking. Here it is, the first prototype facial motion sensor. This is the first one off the production line. Now there are many specs about this device that are going to give you the best possible experience for facial tracking. First, the image sensor runs at 60 frames per second. Now while that's important, is the way in which our technology works. From one video frame to the next, we basically can create an animated result. Meaning what we see in that first video frame, we're going to analyze the expression on your face, and by the next video frame, we have that animated result. So the faster that frame rate is running, the faster you're going to be able to keep up and get that performance. And at 1/25th or 1/30th of a second, which is common in most webcams, it might not keep up and your lip sync might not read. But at 1/60th of a second, now the words that you're saying are going to be spoken by your character running in-game. Now second, we looked at where most common you're going to be using this device. And more often than not, you're only going to be lit by the light coming from your monitor, so the sensor had to work in a low light environment. So we selected a 1/3 inch, 3.4 megapixel sensor that's capable of 720 or 1080 at 60 frames per second in a near dark environment. Third, most webcams are a wide angle lens, which makes your face a little bit smaller in frame and a lot less facial details and facial pixels for our technology to capture and track. So we selected a single user field of view. Now this allows our technology to basically get more pixels from your face from that frame and get the best possible facial details in the engine. Now fourth, we put on a high resolution glass lens that's going to resolve that data and give us the best possible and sharpest focus for facial tracking. These specs are going to allow you to have the best possible experience with the new VoIP feature. While this is only a prototype, we're going to go into mass production and we're going to bring this to you. We've been working on this technology for nearly 7 years, but this is the first game that's wanted to integrate this into engine and allow character-to-character communication like you've never seen before. We're excited to bring this to Star Citizen, and we can't wait to see what you do with it.
Having integrated this technology, there's a lot of ideas and things we wanted to try with it.
So one of the ideas that we came up with was that because we already know the position of the face itself, we actually know where the head is. So we can do something pretty exciting that I find very fun, is head tracking. So as I move my head in real life, all the camera is moved just as if you were driving a track IR sort of simulation, but this is again all from a consumer level web camera. So this actually adds quite a bit. I find that this gives me a ton of situational awareness when I'm flying around. I can just move my head a little bit more. I can check on my power, check on my shields. I can even inspect things a little bit up close if I combine this with zoom. So there we got some towers over there. Up. You can even do crazy stuff like rolls. So roll to the other way, and it's kind of fun if we combine it with this. So here I'll try to keep my head on the horizon until it's just too much, and then we put it back over and maybe look up. Let's see if we can see anything from Levski there. Oh yeah, cool. All right, and then we'll roll it back over. One of these. Whoop, that was the other way. And there we go. So as you can see, it is very natural, and you can just look around within it. And again, it's kind of coming for free because we are already tracking the facial position, so we can extrapolate from that what the head position is.
So as you can see, the collaboration between Faceware and Cloud Imperium Games, even in this early stage of development, is already breaking new ground and doing things that haven't really been seen before. So we're really excited to develop these features, and we can't wait to get them to you. So until then, this is Sean Tracy from Cloud Imperium Games Los Angeles, saying goodbye.
Eric's got a little song that he sometimes kind of comes and sings, and it looks pretty awesome. So you want to take it away?
I once was a man outside.
Perfect.
So we actually, we only just got these prototypes. We actually use, like Glenn's using it here. I think Melissa was using it downstairs, but earlier in the press run-throughs, we were using normal webcams, and these are better because they're more focused on your face, and 60 frames a second is better than 30 frames, but it will work with 30 frames a second. So we'll let you know a bit more about this as we go forward, but we actually have real working prototypes, which is great because we didn't get to that stage properly on the joystick debacle we had. So we're not going to do that on this one. We're definitely, it's good. We choose our partners better now. And I can say that because Mad Cats is gone now, so I don't. So now I got a question for you guys. Would you like to see a little bit more Idris action? Yeah! All right, okay, so all right, well, let's go back. We should pick up the story where it was. And I'll let Paul take it away back there.
All right, guys. Welcome aboard the Rochefort.
Thanks for letting us board. We really appreciate it.
It is my pleasure. Glad to have you back.
man, you really saved us back there. And, Melissa, you're looking surprisingly alive.
Yeah,
That looks good on you, though.
I just ejected.
Alright, but what were you doing on that planet, man?
So, we took a contract with Eckhart Securities, and, well, I guess we weren't the only ones that took one.
Yeah, I guess not. So, where does that contract take you, really?
If it's alright with you, we need to go to Grimhex.
Grimhex, eh? Well, I guess, set a course for Yella.
You sure?
Well, yeah, you heard me.
Alright. Course lock, ready to gauge on your command.
Make it so.
Make it so.
Okay, this is a little cool. Friends of yours?
Guess we'll find out.
Attention! Enemy Idris Captain. So far today, you've destroyed 2 of my ships, killed 2 of my men, and stole my black box. So, I'm gonna give you exactly 1 chance. Either hand over the box, or I'll put a hole in the ship and scavenge through the wreck.
He's bluffing.
I call a bluff on that one.
Can we talk about this? We already talked about it. You've got 1 option, and that's that.
Well, I guess you're gonna have to come and get it then.
I prefer that anyways. Let's get out there.
Game time.
Alright, guys, get the fire blazing. Mind the turrets.
Heading down.
Da ist ja schon ein Navi für das Schiff.
Scramble the fires. Incoming time. Ready to roll. Power on, power up. You're clear for takeoff.
Keine Ahnung.
User left your channel.
Ja, ja, der Rapser ist raus.
Alright guys, the operations. Interceptor status report. Riptide, all three. Still alive and kicking. Clear, boys. Stand by for landing.
Nice fly, Mark.
You too, Melissa.
What? I wasn't flying. I'm drinking again.
Formation, Jesus, man.
Hey man, I haven't fired a turkey in years, that was fun.
Yeah, that was good fighting.
So I guess we made some new friends.
And enemies.
Mostly
Come after that books for sure.
Guys, people died today.
Fair point.
Irgendwie hat einer da gerade im Hintergrund Shit gesagt und irgendwie versuchen sie jetzt Zeit wieder zu binden. Können mit der Gladius nicht landen oder so irgendwas. Die wollten eigentlich zeigen, wie die. Da ist der Moment. Was ist mit dem Hut da oben los? Oder die hat gut kassiert.
Right, it's a high degree of difficulty.
Ach nee, das ist der Teil, wo hier das Glas so verwischt, weißt du? Okay, Autolanding haben sie da noch nicht, oder was?
Okay. Stereo. Switch to. Just exit the ship. Alright. Back. There you go. There we go. All right, we brought him home. Okay. We're gonna. Okay, we can. Finish, Paul. Fake the. There we go. Now I got a question for you. The team's probably going to kill me. If you want to wait for another minute, do you want to do another run of that battle? But this time, we tell them that the bad guys don't have to lose. Whoever wins, wins. And have a proper fight. Yes? You want to do that? All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys. No stormtrooper shooting. Best side wins.
No stormtrooper shooting.
What's that?
Okay.
Yeah, have a vodka soda, please. It's alive. All right, it'll take them a few minutes to respin up the server and bring up the clients. So anyway, that's the first time that we only got capital ships fighting probably about a week ago. But it's actually pretty cool. And obviously it's going to get much smoother. You can see some sync issues between different views and stuff, which are things that we're working on 3.0. But yeah, this is going to, I don't know, it's going to be pretty awesome going forward, because you'll be able to fly everything from a single-seater ship to the multi-crew ships to huge capital ships. Do it with a large group of your friends, by yourself, small amount of people. I think it'll be fun. What? How long until you do this? Yes. Let's show the team downstairs. That'll be great. So here they are. This is the guys. So it's a combination of German and UK test teams and a couple of actual.
Ja, ganz rechts steht erstmal ein Monster-Drink, ne?
You guys, the community. Thank you. All right. Cheers, everybody.
Hat der Kaipi oder? Nee, Wasser. Wasser mit Zitrone. Er kommt gleich wieder. Alter Verwalter. Mhm. Hey DJ, where's the bass? Alter, ich will eigentlich in der Haier, ey.
Hey guys, so it'll be about 5 minutes.
Wir haben
0:16.
0:16.
600i commercial again at the beginning. All right, let's get some eye candy for you while we're waiting. Can you sit back? Okay.
Natürlich.
What does it take to build a symphony? It takes a blueprint. 4 movements that will dictate key, tempo, and the arrangement of musical notes that will create harmonies, melodies. It takes an orchestra. Master technicians of their craft, working in perfect unity to transform notes into sound, and those sounds into an experience. But most of all, it takes emotion. A feeling so powerful that it transcends words. It must be conveyed in another form. Introducing the new 600i from Origin. A symphony in motion. See your authorized Origin dealer for details.
Baba. Das ist ja so dekadent. Ja. Ja. Tja. Ich glaube, wir gehen erstmal auf Exploration, du.
User joined your channel.
Und genug Orgasmen gehabt jetzt dann ihm.
Multiple, guck dir das mal an, was jetzt gleich kommt.
Okay. Wieder am Saufen, ja. Löwenbräu. Ja.
Geht ja auch schon wieder los in 3 Wochen. Na komm, an den einen Tag hast du auch keine Erinnerung. Ja, danach warst du nüchtern. Ich habe gesagt, ich gehe jetzt mit dem auf der Achterbahn. Entweder ist er danach wieder nüchtern oder er kotzt mich voll. Ja. Auf dem Weg vom Zelt zur Achterbahn habe ich dich gefühlte 100 Mal irgendwie an der Kapuze gepackt, da hinten an den Kragen wieder irgendwo zurückgezogen, weil du wieder irgendwo ins Freie gerannt bist. Deine Frau hinterher guckt mich an und sagt, mach mal, mach mal, mach mal. Ja. Ja, erstmal die Stunde im Zelt, die wir das Portemonnaie vom Bärchen gesucht haben. Bis wir dann an der Achterbahn standen, du deine Taschen leer gemacht hast und deiner Frau auf einmal das, nicht das Portemonnaie, das Handy vom Bärchen, das Handy vom Bärchen in die Hand gedrückt hast. Eine halbe Stunde nachdem der angerufen hat und gesagt hat, sperrt mein Handy. Ja. So viel.
Quasi maßlos. Ja gut, ich meine, Alkohol in Maßen schadet selbst in großen Mengen nicht, ne?
Da habe ich echt die Jahre in der Gastro gemerkt, weil irgendwann, wenn du in der Gastro arbeitest, irgendwann hast du den Punkt erreicht, da kannst du mit den anderen nicht mehr mitsaufen, sondern hörst du auf zu saufen und passt auf die anderen auf, weißt du? Weil du das einfach kennst. Ja. So.
So, meine letzte Runde, dann gehe ich ins Bett.
Geht gerade nicht. Das geht nicht. Geht doch nicht.
Doch nicht. Geht doch nicht. Ah, komm, ich mache eine Action-Runde in Poliana. Fliegt direkt über Poliana und steigt direkt über Poliana aus. Action Jackson.
Ja. Das haben wir von Babylon 5. Hat die da schon die Hälfte verloren? Nee. Jetzt sollten sie da aber mal weg.
I think the good guys wanted to prove that they could win without the gloves being off, but all right. Anyway.
Oh, immer noch am Streamen. Hab ich vergessen. Bitte schön.
So I hope you enjoyed both seeing some of the 3.0 stuff that you're going to get
Gerne
to
ein
play
bisschen
very
Luft
soon,
ins Spiel.
and some of the stuff that will be in the near future.
Da ist noch ganz viel Luft nach
let's
oben.
bring up the guys so you can actually see the team. So, yeah. Here all right, the QA guys are up. This is one of them. You should get him. Stand up, Glenn. Don't have anything up.
Was siehst du?
Fängst du auch noch an, ey.
Das Wiesenbier, das ist Danny.
Who else we got?
Und das Wiesenbier.
Oh, wait. Come on, out of front.
Ja, ne?
You got power, John. Power. All right. So, well, thank you very much for coming to the event here. I think we'll hang out for a bit if you want to say hi and have some drinks. I think we've got some. What do we have? Oh yeah, we'll should get signatures from the battlers here, and I'll be happy, and the rest of the team will be happy to talk to you guys and sign things, do whatever else. We really appreciate your support, allowing us to build the game of our dreams and your dreams, I think, and enable us to sort of do things that we showed tonight. And we will endeavor and work really hard to get you 3.0 as soon as possible, and many awesome things beyond that. And I'm sure I'll talk to you in a bit, and I'm also looking forward to showing you and seeing you guys at CitizenCon as well. So thank you very much.
Hat aber auch gezeigt, dass wir noch einen ziemlich langen Weg zu gehen haben.